Welcome back. Let's take a bit of a breather now from the grim stories about Nigeria's economy and move on to social media influencing. If you are a social media follower, especially if you have an account on Twitter, or as we call it now, X, you probably know my next guest. He's quite, for want of a better word, notorious for how he carries himself on Twitter, or X, as it's called these days. Daniel Regha is here with me. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
You're very welcome. I think I want to start, just to understand you a bit, like your backstory, what's your growing up like, education, before we got to know you on social media.
Well, my background, backup story, I'm from Delta State, Nigeria. Growing up was very regular Nigerian for me, like regular Nigerian.
You grew up in Delta?
Yeah, I grew up in Delta,
okay.
But I was in between states, so it's not like I just based in Delta, but my childhood experience was just normal, regular, everyday, day-to-day activities, nothing special. Played a lot, made friends, lost friends. I think that was one of the things that kind of shaped me to who I am today. So I kind of like know when I speak from perspective of people that are going through things or things I've experienced. Not as if like I'm trying to read other people's story and make up my own. So whatever I put online or whatever I go through is something I actually experienced in life.
Yeah. So when did you move to Lagos, and what made you relocate to this part? Was it work? Was it school?
I never said I relocated.
Okay, so you don't live here yet?
I live in between states.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm in Lagos, sometimes in Delta, sometimes I'm in Edo State, sometimes I'm in Anambra. So it's kind of like the kind of work I do. So I don't have like a specific place I stay, and I don't think I can like move to Lagos for now, because the environment is just not conducive enough for me.
Yeah. So what is this work that keeps moving you around? A lot of us need to find this work. What do you do that makes you sort of move on?
I think I won't disclose that. I won't disclose that for now, but I'm gainfully employed, self-employed anyway. I'm self-employed, so the kind of job I do mostly is kind of some school activities, and I still have some offline things I do, like part-time chefing, and some other in-betweens.
Is there school activities? You're in school? Or you're teaching?
No, I'm done with school, but there's some things I did in school, like help people print textbooks and the rest of them. So I kind of like maintained some of my customer base, and people that I knew before were kind of like referring other people to me. So the ones I can't do, I recommend other people to do it.
So you have like a printing business?
Yeah, not like a printing, but I do work with some printing, cyber cafe and some printing press.
Oh, okay, where did you school?
National Open University.
National Open University,
yeah.
Okay. What did you study?
Accounting.
Accounting. When did you graduate?
I graduated in 2018. I did my conversion in 2019.
Okay. What was your attraction to accounting? Was there a reason why, or is it like many Nigerians? That's what they give me.
No, actually, I wanted to. I wanted to study. I was going for a line of architect, right? So when I kind of like applied, the school said there was nothing like that there. So my second best option was accounting, and I just, let me just do it instead of waiting for that jam or taking another post-UME or any other course.
Okay.
So it was easy for me to do.
So when did this Twitter, because I have a lot of influencers who come on this show, which is why I'm trying to get a background, because some people happen on it. It just so happens that they find themselves over time become influencers. Some people are intentional with it. So I wanted to know your background and then now ask, how did this Twitter sort of notoriety start for you?
Well, it started, before I came on Twitter, I was kind of dominant. I was a very heavy user on Facebook, right? So I think one of the things that actually pulled me into the social media scene was BB Nigeria in a way. I'm not going to lie about it. I was more into this Pepper Them season. And sometimes I was like, oh.
That was in 2019?
2019, I think, yeah. So I was more into BB Nigeria season, and during that time, Titans were like, they were on my neck, they were doing a lot of things. So I felt like, oh, they were kind of like reporting my account back then, and Facebook was giving me shadow ban. Let me just try something else. So I came on Twitter, I opened the account, but I was not active there. The social media space was kind of confusing from there. I left back and went back to Facebook. So I came back to Twitter. I was like, let me just be here let me just take a break of like 3 months and just learn everything about this platform. And I came here and I came to Twitter, and I was just like doing my regular thing. I didn't even like plan to be a social media influencer. I don't know that people started giving me attention. I just like, okay, I think people like what I'm doing or something. And that was not, it's not as if like I planned to do it, or it's not something like I just like, okay, let me just put out this thing, yes, people are going to react. So I just lived my truth, and people just went along with it. And brands started reaching out to me, I want to work with you. I'm like, okay, let me see if this brand thing can work with me. And the glory of God today is kind of like, I mean, at least I'm here today now as an influencer.
So you started off, at least you got known for responding to either celebrities or people who were famous, responding under their posts, and, you know, for want of a better word, trolling them. You know, when do you remember when the first one happened, and maybe you went viral, and like you said, you noticed it was working, and you decided to do more of that?
My first viral post, I don't think I can remember that, but I think I can remember one of the first people that kind of like, yes, I remember the first person that actually like gave me the first, well, let's say clap back or something. I think it has to do with, it has to even do with Suleiman. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. It has to do with Suleiman, because there was a time when Apostle Suleiman. Yeah,
Apostle Suleiman.
Apostle Suleiman. Yeah, there was something that happened that time. I don't know, between him and Imam of Peace and Reno Mokri. So I can't remember what actually happened that time. I can't remember the politician that died during that Buhari regime, so it didn't cause a lot of controversy, and they were kind of like going back and front about the whole thing. And Suleiman actually blocked me during that time. He blocked me, then Reno Mokri blocked me. Then I don't know what happened, but that was the first viral post I had, and that was one of the reasons why I locked my DM, because people came out were like, oh yeah, talking about a man of God. I think they came to my DM and started insulting me and started cussing me out. So I was like, let me just lock my DM, because I don't want this kind of craziness around me. So I locked my DM. So newsflash, after some time he unblocked me, and I think one or two led to the controversy we have now. Yeah.
Do you think you're a troll?
I'm not a troll, definitely not.
Why not?
Because I don't come to post social media comment sections or tweet at them to like, oh yeah, you fool, this is bigger than this person is crazy. I don't kind of troll people. What I actually do is like, when I read certain things from certain people, like let's say celebrities, regular influencers, or regular internet users, and I feel like I have an opinion, I'll just put it out there. And that's why I usually say no offense, no shades, because I don't want to be like, oh, I'm coming from a place of
You can say no offense, I'm being troll.
No, but if no.
So here's why I asked you the question, sorry. And I'm not trying to be funny, because I actually had to Google what trolling is. And it says when someone posts or comments online to deliberately upset others. And it looks like a lot of your comments, right, under people's posts are intentional to upset them. I don't know if you post comments to hail people or praise people, but I want to say a good majority of your, you know, things that go viral and things that you say you continue to double down on are things that, you know, you want to get at this person so that, you know, isn't that intention? Be honest.
No, it's not, because like I said, it's not intentional. Those are personal opinions, and most of them, my personal opinions are backed up with facts, which is why sometimes I kind of reference things that have happened before, like the Grammys, for example, when people perform, do everything, and they don't win Grammys, for example, like what happened to Davido of recent. And what I do notice that I do have like a kind of like a hate train online. So even if I come out and just say something like justice Lord, people think, why are you referencing Jesus or whatever? So I have a hate train. So whatever I say comes out as hate speech or kind of like trolling. For example, I'm going to give another example. Coming to something like Mohbad, for example, RIP to him. When I was hammering on that Mohbad issue, like why you guys still celebrating Naramali, why is it not yet cancelled yet, and this and that, people would try to say, oh, you're chasing clout with it, and you were kind of like trolling Naramali, and you were being a hater. Newsflash, when the thing later happened, people were like, oh, he said something about this before, and people were like, oh, I see where it's coming from now. So most of the time, my tweets are always vindicated. One way or the other, you understand? So I think people have this idea that whenever I say something, it's out of hate or it's out of clout. It's not out of, if I actually want to throw someone, I will at you and I will throw you full on. So those are the different opinion, but Nigerians see criticism as hate and they see personal opinions as trolling.
So everything you say is not intentional when you're typing them, is what you're saying?
Not intentional. It's not intentional, because if I was a troll, I won't kind of like hate on you or criticize you, then give you praise later on.
How often do you give the praise?
If the person deserves it. If the person ends it.
So, I mean, I want to understand, you know, this idea, okay, even if you say you're not a troll and many other people disagree, you're definitely controversial, and you know that. Controversy can be for good or bad. You are controversial and you thrive on that. Is it something you are, I mean, it's obviously something you're comfortable with, but how long do you plan to, you know, continue this brand as this guy who's controversial? Whether it's pastors or apostles or politicians or celebrities, you're constantly there, you know, putting yourself sometimes in conversations that maybe you don't need to be in. So that's being controversial, because you want to give them or put out something that gets talked about, you know. Everybody, I mean, virality is a drug.
No, it's not it. Like
virality is a drug.
I understand. I understand. But
you know, there's that urge sometimes to say, okay, even if you're being constructive, you want to put something out there that says, maybe this one go enter.
No, it's nothing because, like I said, I can just literally sit in my house right now, or I can just come out in the morning and be like, oh, what can I put out here that will get people engaging? Especially given the fact that I have a large following, and I know that people are always anxious to like, what's it going to say next? What's it going to wear next? And that. I can just be like, okay, come out and just put one or two together and just drop it, and people are going to react definitely. You understand? So it's not as if like I don't see myself like a controversial person. I see myself like someone who's just living my truth online. So I don't necessarily have to like come out and construct something or do something that will kind of like anger people or get people's reaction. It is very easy for me to get people's reaction. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can actually drop one thing now and just call out one celebrity and that's it.
Finish the person.
And the person will definitely react. But I don't want to be in a space where I look like a clown online because I don't see myself as a clown. What I do is that if I see, like when I wake up in the morning, I go to okay, what's trending today, right? And I feel like this is a conversation I want to like jump into, especially when it's a conversation that I already probably maybe I had offline and maybe discuss it with someone before. I'm like, oh, this thing, thank God, this thing have been brought to the internet. And I'll just drop my opinion there. But people feel like whatever I say, like I said, whatever I say is based on clout. You're just looking for clout. You want to clout chase on whatever. You understand? So it's not about being controversial. And I don't see myself like, oh, I'm doing this thing to like sustain myself online. This is just me being me. So if I decide tomorrow I don't want to be online anymore, if you still see me offline, it's still the same thing I was discussing with you.
You can't live online. Are you not getting paid now? I mean, you're an influencer,
no,
right?
Like
you've gotten a few brands.
Yeah, no, I'm getting paid.
I'm sure Elon Musk is paying you as well.
Definitely, it's paying
so
no, but
it's good money.
No, it's good money, but I'm not doing it for the money because I was even doing it before the Elon Musk came, and even if Elon Musk stopped paying me, and even if brands stop coming out, stopping out, because I turn down a lot of brands. You understand? So it's not about the money. So even if brands stop paying me, and Elon Musk says, "Oh, I think you have to go," it's definitely it's going to like reduce my paycheck in a way, but I don't rely on social media to survive.
Does it surprise you how? I mean, because you do, as in spite of all these things, you do have people who like you.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Do you have a fan base? Do you have a name first?
I don't know if I have fans. I won't say if I have fans, but I do know that if people like me, and even most of my haters are still fans. Because if you kind of keep up to everything I do, you are literally a fan.
Are you surprised at how maybe known you are now? Like, I'm sure you go around, people know your name.
Yeah, definitely.
People recognize you.
Yeah,
does it surprise you, or is it something you're used to now?
I don't think I can get used to it, and frankly speaking, I don't even like it. Like, I don't like the idea that I have to because every time when I step out of the house, I'm always on the nose mask. You understand? Because I don't want that. Oh, I know you from somewhere. You're that Regha where I see. Because I don't know who I'm going to meet in public and be like, oh, finally I've caught you. I was
actually going to come to that. Has that ever happened? Because I mean, there's people who are controversial. We've seen it happen online where the next day we see them in a police station, they've been arrested, or they are making an apology. Or have you had incidents where you've been personally attacked or threatened in some way?
I get threats a lot, and even of recent people even told me that if I see you in Lagos, if I see you in Benin, if I see you in Ibadan, we're going to shoot you. And they put this kind of dove emojis, RIPs emojis. Some even put these guns and all these acts and all these things.
Does it scare you?
Sometimes it shakes me off, but whenever I get that kind of time, I just go on my knees. I'm like, God, now you are there. And I kind of sometimes I screenshot and send it to other people I know, like, I need you guys to give me the confidence to continue doing what I'm doing, you understand? So I kind of get threat, but I've never walked up to someone or been in a public and someone be like, oh, I've seen you today, I'm going to beat you. But definitely I'm not going to stand there to wait for someone to be like, let me beat you. I can start shouting for help immediately, you understand? If possible, if it's bottle, anyhow. Because I don't want to be a cry for help online. So that's the thing, but I do get threats on a regular basis. But
nothing personal yet, like physical or face-to-face?
It hopefully won't get to that.
But it hasn't happened yet?
No, it hasn't happened yet. It won't happen.
You talk a lot about celebrities, and I've always wondered, are there any celebrities you admire? Nigerian celebrities?
I kind of respect a few.
Who are those?
If I tell you that they can use it to their advantage, so I think it's only normal for everybody to have people they like. I don't think. Why would yeah, but they'll be like, oh, you can never tell. You know, people are kind of corny these days. They'll be like, oh, since you like to, for example, there was someone that I thought I was going to be friends with, and at the end of the day, he stayed acting crazy, probably because I said no to him or something. So I've had that situation before. So I think when people feel like, oh, you're friends with me, so when I need a request from you, when I tell you, you just jump in on it.
So that means you have some principles.
I have principles.
Which is why you can mention the names and still say no. So who are the celebrities you like? Just give me one name.
No.
You don't have any celebrity you like?
I won't say like respect to some extent. Respect to some extent doesn't mean that I won't say I kind of look up to them or admire them in any way, but I kind of okay, yeah, the speakers on certain issues, you understand? And I was at a point, I'll say like, I'm not going to say, let me just say, at a point, I'll say, oh, I don't want to call the names. I don't want to call the name, because if I call the name, like I said, people are going to try to make it controversial or something. I don't want to call the name. But I feel people I kind of like respect in the industry. But at the same time, I don't like look up to them, and I will still call them out if they kind of mess up. But there was someone I kind of like respected before, and when I challenged him in the election period, he got mad, he blocked me, and he was acting snobby, and that's why I don't give people that credit most of the time.
What's your plan for this social media thing? Because you might not have planned for it, but it's happened, right? I mean, we've seen a lot of people who become influencers and they start to evolve their brand and make it more formal. You know, you are saying you can do without the money. Well, the future is technology, whether we like it or not, and you can't necessarily completely avoid that space. Is there a plan to make, you know, the Daniel Regha brand, you know, more than what it is now?
Well, definitely yes, but for now I don't have anything specific in mind to like, okay, this is what I want to do with my platform. Because I think many people have reached out to me and be like, what do you want to do with your platform? Going to skis, going to modeling, act movies. There's so many things we have. People have even told me, why don't you be like a certified critic? Because people make money from it, you understand? And I think I'm going to be taking one day at a time, like just go with the flow for now. But I'm also grateful that I also have a platform. So whenever I decide that this is what I want to do, it's kind of easy. I don't have to reach out to them and feel like, oh, help me promote this or do this. So at the moment, like I say, most of the time I don't look at myself as a brand. I look at myself just as an individual that is just popular online. But I don't have like any fixed or any long-term goals now of what I want to do with my brand or my platform. But let's see, time will tell.
Yeah. Let's go to Nigeria as a whole now, because you're a young person in this country. Yeah. A lot of us know what's happening. You have had your back and forth a few times with politicians, and I just want to get your opinion as a Nigerian, you know, with the situation of things in the country now. What are you feeling? I mean, you're saying you run a business as well on the side besides social media, so you must be feeling something about the economy of this country. What are your thoughts?
I feel bad. I feel angered. I feel disappointed in the kind of incompetent politicians we have now. And sometimes I blame first of all, I blame INEC. To be honest, I blame INEC for not conducting a competent, credible election, because even the day I wanted to vote, I know what I passed through to just cast my one vote. The INEC, officials were just turning me left and right, you understand? So, if not because of I said I was going to vote, I would have gone home. So I blame INEC first of all, Yakubu or whatever his name is, I blame him. Then I also blame Nigerians. I blame Nigerians a lot. And when I mean Nigerians, I would say I blame part of the youth, because at the end of the day, we already know we have useless politicians in power, right? I don't want to sugarcoat it. But the Nigerians are not even organized themselves, you understand? We keep on fighting. For example, if something happens in Lagos now, let's say like one local government now, they'll be like, let's go and pull out the election sheets. Who did they vote for here? Oh, they voted for Labour Party, they voted for PDP, they voted for APC. They start throwing blames, forgetting the people that are supposed to hold accountable, you understand? If that one is not the issue will be tribalism. So at the end of the day, we don't even have anything we're fighting for. We're just going back and forth, and this is something that's going to happen. Okay, look at the upcoming Edo State election, for example, now. People are not doing, obedience, so person is winning, everybody go for obedience, everybody go for APC doesn't liberate change. I think at this moment, no one is supposed to even counting APC as a party. Personally, for me, I don't think I can take anyone that goes under the APC banner to contest.
Why is that?
APC. I can't cast my vote for anyone that is under APC now.
Let us say, why is that?
Because look at the state of the country. I'm going to blame APC obviously because they're the one in power. You understand? This is not about Emilokon. It's not about Renewed Hope agenda. This is about APC as a whole being a fucked up party. You understand? I'm still going to sorry, and I'm still going to blame those that also decamped from APC to PDP and Labour Party, because people are forgetting that the people that are still in Labour Party are made up of PDP and APC. So, like I said, I'm angry, and I'm not just angry at the politicians, I'm also angry at the youths. I'm also angry at Nigerians as a whole. We don't like ourselves. For example, look at the inflation going on, for example. Someone is going to come here and price something, and I just leave, and let me go and get money, and I'll come back and say the price have doubled. The same Nigerians. And on Sunday, we'll be in church shouting, and so what are we praying for? So I'm just angry. I'm angry at the situation of things. I'm angry at ourselves as the people who don't have a voice, we don't have unity, and we're always allowing politicians to play with our emotions. It's very easy for them.
Yeah, sorry, the F word you used there. Just, I mean, we're on live TV on national broadcasts.
Yeah.
Just apologies for that if you're watching. And I hear you on anger, and a lot of youth I hear are angry. So, like I said in the earlier segments, we're seeing pockets of protests happening across the country, small pockets. But what do you do with that anger now? Are you channeling it into holding people accountable? What are we supposed to do? Because we hear Gen Z every day. Gen Z is taking over the country. Gen Z is the largest demographic. What is supposed to happen with that anger, you think?
I think, like I said, one of the first things we have to do is, first of all, question ourselves and like reevaluate ourselves as people. Because for now, I think everybody's protecting. Yes, we're protecting, we're calling out the bad government, we're doing this and that, but what are we doing ourselves to fix ourselves as people? You understand? Like I said, when something happens, we're always quick to throw blames at politicians, we're always quick to throw blames at we're always quick to bring the religious aspect into it. Like, oh, Muslims doesn't take it, Christians are this, and that, you understand? We're always quick to play the tribal card. So at the point, it's not just about protesting, because we can protest from now till next year, and if we're not good people, if we're not good to ourselves, we are going nowhere. You understand? So that's one of the things that I think we should focus on ourselves more. If, for example, we have like, okay, now, not even for example, we have incompetent leaders, for example. If, for example, we ourselves unite as one, like, okay, government is doing this, but we can do this to help ourselves out, I think we will have a better nation, even without all this politicians. But they know that they can keep us divided. So they are not even moved. So even if we protest from now to next year, you understand, nothing is going to happen because we ourselves are not united. We are not even fighting one fight. For example, we have Joduduwa people fighting for Yoruba nation, I think. We have Biafra, IPOB fighting for Biafra. I'm sorry to say, fighting for. So you see, division is already there. Then we have people that are doing Yoruba people, Yoruba versus Igbo versus Hausa, and the rest of them. So we are not united. Even if we carry flags everywhere and be like, oh, let's call out this person, they don't care. If Tinubu comes out now, for example, and says, let's go to the market and distribute 1,000 naira to these people, people will still forget they're suffering. They'll take the 1,000. I mean, on election, they put sealed votes.
I guess. Well, you make valid points there. Let's go back to you now before we close out on the day.
Yeah.
What's your plan for the year going ahead? Because I always wonder, you find people who go into influencing, they start branching out into other things. I wonder if you've gotten offers, for example, to do other things in entertainment, whether it's in media, whether it's in acting. I don't know. Are there plans for that? Because as you get more famous, there's probably demands for things like this. Are you looking at those those sorts of offers? Well,
I think, like I said right now, I don't have any kind of like a fixed idea of what I want to do on my platform. But at the same time, I feel like it's not just about making plans nowadays, because you don't even know where the economy is heading to. You understand? So you can say, oh, I want to do something like this. No, definitely not. I mean, people that are even outside the country, they're not even enjoying themselves, like to the way they kind of portray it online, you understand? Yeah, they're in a better situation, but at the same time, if you leave the country and your people are still here, you're literally still in Nigeria, because whatever happens, you will always be on high BP and always be on high alert. So the thing is that I don't have what I want to do my platform now, but I will just see how the year goes. If opportunity arises, not to leave the country anyway, like something good I feel like I want to dive into, I would dive into it. And if I also have something to do, or like I have plans to do it, I don't think it's something I kind of like broadcast here, because like I say, we don't know who is watching, and village people are everywhere. So
yeah. So do you find it offensive sometimes when people say, oh, this one is just jobless, all he does is, post online? Do you think that's a valid representation of you as a jobless guy who's just looking for celebrities to attack?
Well, jobless guy got me here, obviously, so I don't feel offended. Like I said, everyone has an opinion. Because sometimes I feel like, oh, can't you just keep quiet? But at the same time, I feel like people are not saying what I need to hear. You understand? So since I have the platform, these are things I want to like contribute to. And when people are giving me all kind of name poverty influencer, cho, and the rest of them, I don't feel offended by it. That is their opinion. Whatever they think about me is none of my business. You understand? People are going to talk regardless. Even if I come out and start doing things they want me to do, they will still find it to criticize it. So I'm not offended by it. They should even talk. I like the way they're even talking.
What do you think the future of? Because it looks like there's a new segment now of influencing that is like social commentary, which is probably maybe where I can categorize you. People like Very Dark Man, you guys are sort of social commentators.
We are not the same.
/ influencers. Why are you not the same?
We are not the same because I speak from an uncompromised point of view. What I think anyway, I feel like I don't need people to like pay me checks or do me something to like say something. I don't know if black man kind of stands for anything in particular. Because I think there was a time he said that some celebrities he can't call out based on certain things. I don't know why. You understand? So he drops comments. Obviously, I wouldn't say whether it's a critic or not, but I don't like the idea of people saying, "Oh, he's like black man," or "Black man is like him." I think we're two different people. He's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. But the difference between me and him, I think he's taking the influencing as a full-time job. You understand? There are some things that I feel like I said, there are some conversations. For example, like Davido's what's the name of this guy? Is it Israel? They call him Israel DMW or DWM. I don't know. Israel, the one he had controversy with, when he had issues with his wife. I didn't come out to address the issue. People were like, "What's your opinion? What's your opinion?" So it's not every conversation I jump into. There's conversation I feel like I don't just have to talk about this thing, but probably it's either the conversation is not reasonable enough for me to jump into, or the people that are having that issue are not worth it for me. You understand? But at the same time, we are not the same. And commentary of a thing, I think people have tried to dive into it, because people think that I use commentary to like come up to where I am now. It's not even about it. People actually follow my comments, for example. People be like, "Oh, people say you are very controversial." I'm not controversial. And I'm going to give one example again. For example, like the issue with Suleiman, for example. Again, I'm going to come to that conversation. People are like, "Oh, you are doing you're talking anyhow. And Suleiman, when I first made the issue about that Suleiman issue, when I said, give us the names of people who you feel like are responsible for your attack, right? He responded to me. He said, "What do I need names for?" You understand? He said, "I want public, I want general public." So he slammed me. The tweet is still there. He slammed me, and he said he had given the name to the police. And I called out the police severally about these things, right? I think about 2 or 3 times. He didn't see that. Probably people didn't remember that. So when I asked him again for the names, he was like, "Have I ever asked for a name?" I'm like, "What are you saying? Because I've asked for a name before. You shone me down. And people were there, you shone me down. So when I asked for the name again, you are not saying that I never asked for the name. So you are not contradicting yourself. You understand?" So those are the kind of things I kind of like when I say certain things. People be like, "Oh, it's just about comment." It's not just about comment. These are things I feel like I want to say. I can say offline. These are things I can say with people's face. I don't know if that man can do the same thing. Like, it's not just about, because I've never seen me carry ring light and like, let's have beef online. I won't do that. It's not, I don't think it's something that is wise enough for me to do.
Thank you very much, Daniel Regha.
Thank you.
Good luck with everything you continue to pursue, and I'm wishing you all the best.
Likewise.
And